Good morning. Rob Bonta, California Attorney General. My apologies for the delay. Thank you for your accommodation. I appreciate you being with me today. In response to the incoming Trump administration's threats of mass deportations, I want to take a moment to affirm that California's immigrant community has my support and continues to have the support of my office. Buenos días. Soy el Fiscal General de California, Rob Bonta. Gracias a todos por acompañarnos. En respuesta a las amenazas de deportaciones masivas de Donald Trump, quiero tomar un momento para afirmar que la comunidad inmigrante de California tiene el apoyo de mi oficina. We're here today because we're issuing updated model policies and recommendations to guide public institutions and their staff in complying with California law, limiting state and local participation in immigration enforcement activities. We are providing guidance on how to follow the law. This includes libraries like the one we're in today, as well as California college and university campuses, healthcare facilities, shelters, labor agencies, K-12 public schools, and courthouses. This is an example of the guidance. This is the guidance for our libraries. For any of the other institutions that I mentioned, we also have guidance available to them. For those who want to follow the law, want to know what they can do, must do, should do, they can follow the guidance that we're issuing today. Our guidance will help staff at public institutions develop practical plans to protect the rights of immigrants and their families by outlining steps they can take to ensure they are not using state or local resources to support immigration enforcement. In turn, these institutions will be doing their duty to protect the rights and safety of immigrants and their families to access their services. The use of critical state and local resources to facilitate immigration enforcement activities divert those resources from their intended purpose, blurs the lines of accountability, and erodes trust between immigrant communities and our institutions that provide critical public services. Here in California, we're not going to spend our time, our money, or resources going backward. Aquí en California no vamos a gastar nuestro tiempo, dinero o recursos retrocediendo. We've all heard President-elect Trump's calls for mass deportations. He's been loud and clear about that. That he's going to use the military, he says, to execute his plans, the National Guard. It's inhumane, it's illogical, it's fiscally irresponsible, and it's against what this state and, frankly, what the country stands for. The reality is immigrants are the backbone of our nation. Immigrants make America great. I say that as someone who, like so many Californians, was born in a different country, who watched my own immigrant mother go through the naturalization process, become a citizen after she and my father brought our family to the U.S. when I was just 2 months old to avoid the rise of martial law and a dictatorship in the Philippines. They did what so many families from around the world do. They came to the United States seeking a better life and seeking opportunity. But I also say this armed with facts. Look no further than the fact that lower levels of immigration have led to a slowdown in the economy and to rising inflation. It's been estimated that immigrants will add an astonishing $7 trillion to the U.S. economy over the next 10 years. Immigrants are paying taxes, including the ones that keep Medicaid and Social Security afloat. They're contributing to our country's economy, our growth. There is no doubt about that. It is indisputable. But they also bring so many other unique contributions that can't be quantified by any metric. I want to emphasize that California DOJ is here to protect immigrants' safety, immigrants' freedoms, and immigrants' rights. Let me be clear, President-elect Trump's immigration agenda is draconian and his rhetoric xenophobic. In California, we believe our public resources, like libraries, hospitals, courthouses, and schools, should be available for all without fear of civil immigration enforcement. The model policies we're issuing to public facilities do a number of things. They outline protections for all who seek access. They provide policy recommendations that may mitigate disruptions from immigration enforcement actions at the public institutions. And they list tangible, practical policies that institutions may implement. Our guidance includes best practices and recommendations regarding how to prohibit the unauthorized collection or disclosure of information that might indicate an individual's or family's citizenship or immigration status, provide notification of individual and family privacy rights to everyone who seeks to use the institution's resources, refer all information requests to a designated person or persons, such as administrators or legal counsel, who have the authority to respond to immigration enforcement-related requests, train all workers, including volunteers, about the institution's procedures for handling immigration enforcement-related law enforcement requests for information about a patron. And if any private institutions would like to adopt a similar policy to ensure the rights and safety of their patrons, they should reference California DOJ model policies and guidance as well. I'd also like to take a moment to urge everyone, regardless of immigration status, if you believe a state or local law enforcement agency, a public institution, or its staff are assisting with immigration enforcement in violation of California law, please report it to my office at oag.ca.gov/report. We want to make sure that the law of California is followed. Today is just the beginning. In the months ahead, my office will continue to roll out additional Know Your Rights resources for our immigrant communities and guidance for our state and local law enforcement partners to assist them in complying with California law. Our Office of Community Awareness, Response, and Engagement, our CARE team, will hold a virtual community briefing and regional convenings throughout the state on immigrant rights. Fortunately, members of our immigrant community in California and those wishing to support them have a lot of resources available to them. Legal aid resources, including Law Help California and Immigration Law Help, are useful tools to assist immigrants and their families. Our public libraries, including our host today, the San Francisco Public Library System, are an incredible free resource at your disposal. And it's true that we're entering days, months, and years of uncertainty. But one thing is certain. California will remain the beacon of progress it has long been. That is certain, and that is not changing, including when it comes to celebrating our state's beautiful diversity. You can be sure that as California Attorney General, if Trump attacks the rights of our immigrants, I will be there. Es cierto que estamos entrando en días, meses y años de incertidumbre, pero una cosa es cierta. California seguirá siendo el faro de progreso que ha sido siempre, incluso cuando se trata de celebrar la hermosa diversidad de nuestro estado. Pueden estar seguros de que, como fiscal general de California, si Trump ataca los derechos de nuestros inmigrantes, estaré allí. Thank you, and now I am happy to take any questions you might have.